Rome, the Eternal City. A city that has stood the test of time, witnessing the rise and fall of empires, the birth of new eras, and the relentless march of history. Its streets, once trodden by emperors and gladiators, now echo with the whispers of the past. A beacon of civilization, a name whispered with reverence throughout the ages. Rome, with its grand architecture and profound influence, has always been a symbol of power and culture. From the majestic Colosseum to the intricate carvings of the Pantheon, every stone tells a story. Imagine a time when this mighty city, the heart of a once vast empire, stood on the brink. The bustling markets, the grand forums, and the serene temples, all overshadowed by the looming threat of invasion. The air thick with tension as the citizens of Rome braced themselves for the inevitable, besieged, starved, and fighting for its very survival. The once invincible city now faced the grim reality of war. The walls that once protected its people now seemed like fragile barriers against the relentless onslaught of enemies. The spirit of Rome, however, remained unbroken. This is the story of the epic siege of Rome in 537 AD, a tale of bravery, resilience, and the undying will to survive. It was a time when heroes were forged in the crucible of battle, and legends were born amidst the chaos of war. A brutal clash between two powerful forces, the Byzantine Empire and the Ostrogoths, each vying for control of the city. The Byzantines, with their disciplined legions and strategic prowess, faced off against the fierce and determined Ostrogoths, who sought to reclaim their lost glory. A struggle for dominance that would forever shape the destiny of Rome. The battles were fierce, the strategies intricate, and the stakes incredibly high. Every skirmish, every maneuver was a step towards either salvation or destruction. The year is 537 AD. The city, once the heart of a vast empire, now finds itself at the center of a deadly conflict. The echoes of past glories seem distant as the present struggle for survival takes precedence. The once mighty Roman Empire has fallen in the west, leaving behind a patchwork of kingdoms ruled by tribes from the north. The grandeur of Rome's past is now a memory, overshadowed by the harsh realities of the present. But in the east, the flame of Rome still flickers in the Byzantine Empire, a beacon of hope and continuity. The Byzantines, inheritors of Roman legacy, strive to reclaim the lost territories and restore the glory of Rome. Ruled from Constantinople by the ambitious Emperor Justinian, the Byzantine Empire seeks to reunite the fractured remnants of the Roman world. Justinian's vision is clear: to restore the Roman Empire to its former greatness, no matter the cost. Emperor Justinian, a ruler with a dream of restoring the Roman Empire to its former glory, had set his sights on reclaiming the lost territories in the west. He dispatched his finest general, the brilliant Belisarius, to wrestle Italy back from the control of the Ostrogoths, a fierce Germanic tribe who had made Italy their home. Leading the Ostrogoths was their own determined king, Vitige. He was a warrior king, fiercely protective of his people and the lands they now called their own. The stage was set for a clash of titans, a battle that would decide the fate of Rome itself. Rome, even in its weakened state, was a fortress. Massive walls built over centuries encircled the city, a daunting obstacle to any attacker. The Ostrogoths, under Vitiges, fortified themselves within these walls, determined to repel any Byzantine attempt to take the city. Belisarius and his Byzantine army arrived at the gates of Rome, their banners fluttering in the wind. They were a disciplined force, armed with the finest weapons and armor the empire could provide. But they faced a formidable challenge, a city prepared for a siege, its defenders ready to fight tooth and nail for their survival. Belisarius, known for his strategic brilliance, knew a direct assault on Rome's walls would be costly and futile. He needed to find a way to weaken the city from within, to break the will of the defenders. His gaze fell upon the aqueducts, the lifelines of Rome, carrying water from the surrounding countryside into the heart of the city. The Ostrogoths, confident in the strength of their defenses, had left the aqueducts lightly guarded. This oversight would prove to be their undoing. Belisarius, seeing this vulnerability, devised a daring plan. Section 5. The Salarian Bridge, a lifeline severed. Under the cover of darkness, a small contingent of Byzantine soldiers crept towards the Salarian Bridge, a vital aqueduct supplying a significant portion of Rome's water. They moved swiftly and silently, their mission crucial to the success of the siege. With a thunderous crash, the aqueduct was breached, water gushing forth, flooding the surrounding countryside. The lifeblood of Rome began to dwindle, the city's water supply slowly choked. Panic began to grip the populace as the reality of their situation set in. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. The relentless siege took its toll on the people of Rome. Food and water became scarce, hunger gnawed at their bellies, and disease, its constant companion, stalked the crowded streets. The defenders, weakened by hunger and disease, their morale broken, could hold out no longer. The gates of Rome, once symbols of impenetrable strength, swung open in defeat. The Byzantine army marched into the city, victorious. Belisarius, ever the pragmatic general, forbade his troops from plundering the city. Rome, though conquered, was to be spared further suffering. He understood the symbolic importance of the city, a prize to be cherished, not ravaged. The Ostrogoths, allowed to depart with their lives, marched out of the city they had so fiercely defended. Their defeat marked a turning point in the Gothic War, a significant victory for the Byzantine Empire. The Siege of Rome in 537 AD serves as a stark reminder of the enduring legacy of the Roman Empire. This event, a pivotal moment in history, showcased the resilience and strategic brilliance of both the defenders and the attackers. The city, with its grand architecture and storied past, stood as a beacon of civilization and power. The echoes of its former glory could be felt in every stone and every shadow that fell upon its ancient streets. Even in its twilight, Rome remained a prize worth fighting for, a symbol of power and prestige. The allure of Rome was not just in its wealth or its strategic location, but in what it represented, the zenith of human achievement and the heart of an empire that had once ruled the known world. The city's monuments and ruins whispered tales of past emperors, gladiators, and citizens who had walked its streets. The Byzantines, under Justinian's rule, had rekindled the flame of Rome in the east, striving to restore the empire to its former glory. Justinian's ambition was not just to reclaim lost territories, but to revive the cultural and political grandeur of Rome. His campaigns were marked by both brilliant victories and devastating losses, each battle a step towards his vision of a united empire, but it was a flame that would flicker and fade in the centuries to come. The grandeur of Rome, though momentarily revived, could not withstand the relentless march of time and the pressures from both internal strife and external invasions. The once mighty empire slowly crumbled, leaving behind a legacy that would inspire and caution future generations. The Gothic War would rage on for another 2 decades, a brutal conflict that tested the limits of both the Roman and Gothic forces. This war, marked by sieges, battles, and shifting alliances, was a testament to the resilience and determination of both sides. The landscapes of Italy bore the scars of this prolonged struggle, with cities and countrysides alike witnessing the horrors of war, a testament to the resilience of both sides. The soldiers, whether Roman or Gothic, fought with a fierce determination driven by loyalty, survival, and the hope of victory. Their strategies and tactics evolved with each encounter, showcasing the ingenuity and adaptability of ancient warfare. The ruins of fortifications and battlegrounds stand as silent witnesses to their valor and sacrifice. But the fall of Rome to Belisarius marked a decisive moment in the conflict, a turning point that shifted the balance of power. Belisarius, with his strategic acumen and unyielding resolve, led his forces to a victory that would be remembered for centuries. His triumph was not just a military success, but a symbol of the enduring spirit of Rome and its ability to rise from the ashes. a victory that would echo through the annals of history. The campaigns of Belisarius, meticulously documented in ancient scrolls and manuscripts, serve as a testament to his brilliance and the indomitable spirit of the Roman Empire. The ruins of Rome, juxtaposed with the tales of its victories, remind us of a time when the city was the heart of a vast and powerful empire, an empire whose echoes still resonate in our world today. What if Belisarius had failed to take Rome? This question opens a Pandora's box of historical possibilities. The capture of Rome by the Byzantine general Belisarius in 537 AD was a turning point in the Gothic War, a conflict that would shape the future of Italy and the Byzantine Empire. But what if the outcome had been different? Would the Ostrogoths have established a lasting kingdom in Italy? The Ostrogoths, under their king Totila, were formidable opponents. They had already proven their strength by recapturing much of Italy from the Byzantines. A victory in Rome could have solidified their control, potentially leading to a new era of Ostrogothic rule in the Italian peninsula. Would the Byzantine Empire have endured, a bastion of Roman culture in the east? The Byzantine Empire, with its capital in Constantinople, was the continuation of the Roman Empire in the east. Its influence on art, architecture, and law was profound. A failure to secure Rome might have weakened its hold on the West, altering the course of European history. These are questions that historians continue to debate, pondering the intricacies of a pivotal moment in history. The Gothic War was not just a military conflict, it was a struggle for cultural and political dominance. The decisions made and battles fought during this period had far-reaching consequences. The Siege of Rome in 537 AD, a clash of empires, a battle for the ages, serves as a reminder that the course of history is often shaped by the most unexpected events. The bravery of soldiers, the strategies of generals, and the resilience of cities all play a part in the grand tapestry of history, the ebb and flow of power forever shifting, leaving behind a legacy etched in stone and whispered on the wind. The ruins of ancient Rome stand as silent witnesses to the triumphs and tragedies of the past, reminding us that history is not just a series of dates and events, but a complex web of human experiences and choices.